as much as I want to talk about how awesome that was, because that was kind of awesome. I really enjoyed that.
Pretty neat.
The Pro Tour and the vintage draft of it was all alpha, wasn't it, or was it beta cards? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
But anyways, yeah, it was cool. But no, I'm going to talk about yesterday. There was a new Nintendo Direct, which I'd completely forgotten about. Well, they only announced it like a week ago or so, but
Oh yeah,
I believe so. But I literally remembered yesterday morning, like at 9:30, it aired at 10 EST. I was like, Nintendo Direct, and then I remembered. I just happened to not be busy at work at that time randomly.
what was it about?
So it was about Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
What's that?
It's only it's only a really big game. No, I mean, yeah, it's literally big in many ways, as you'll understand here soon if you didn't watch the Direct. So yeah, Super Smash Brothers, for those who don't know, is the Nintendo crossover party fighting game. Essentially,
if you don't know.
Yeah, I assume most people do.
Yeah,
I've never heard this game before.
Yeah, so all the popular characters from Nintendo games across decades are all put together into a fighting game. So,
well, not all of them.
yeah, no, sadly, and to the chagrin of many people, rip
No, they're definitely
Waluigi
trying
and
now.
Gino. Yeah, no, they are listening to people throughout history compared to like the new people are being added to this roster. So,
Well, yeah, I just meant that this one has everyone they've ever had for instance, and
Yeah.
they're adding more.
it's
So
the
they're
biggest
trying to get them all.
roster. It's the biggest thing. It's weird. Bless Sakurai. He's giving the people what they want. Daddy is listening. But anyways, so we got some new characters announced.
Oh, who dat?
Simon Belmont, who from Castlevania, who people have been requesting for a very long time. They added Richter in on top of that as Echo Fighter, which I don't
Echo
think
is
anyone.
the, like clone, right?
Yeah, they're slightly different. Like their moves will have different properties or come out slightly differently, or but they're not like true just palette swaps. They're not quite like how Ken is different than Ryu. They're like halfway in between, like a palette swap and that.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, we got Simon Belmont, Richter, Chrom was announced. A lot of people wanted Chrom in the game.
I don't know why.
Well,
Fire Emblem.
yeah, because Fire Emblem. Now we got 20 Fire
they have to,
Emblem.
like-
Didn't you see
yeah.
the thing where it's like everyone complains about Fire Emblem characters? Here's Roy throwing Bowser into a Marth combo, who then goes to Corrin and then gets knocked out by Chrom.
Yes, I saw.
I mean, to be fair, there's only like maybe 1% of the Fire Emblem roster in the game.
True. This is true, Mal.
I think it's like what's more
You
upsetting.
just wanted Lyn meta. That's all you wanted.
I think what's more upsetting is that there's more variation in the 7 Fire Emblem characters in Smash than there was in the Fire Emblem Warriors game.
You're just salty about Fire Emblem Warriors.
Still salt.
I think that's
I
the
can
most
taste it.
angry making thing. I'm still angry about that. Bullshit.
yeah.
There's no excuse.
Yeah. And he is mostly, it looks like Ike.
Okay. Weird.
He's got
But he has
you know
Marth side B. He has like the combo.
he's actually I think he's actually an echo of Roy. They've announced him as an echo of
I thought it was Ike because he has the ether, the up B
he does,
attack
but
where he
his
spins.
other moves though, like his neutral air.
Yeah,
and
they
his-
look. I think he's like a hybrid, is what he seemed like to me.
Well, his neutral air reminds me either Marth / Roy. His up air was also a Marth Roy. Whereas Ike is not
yeah,
like
the
that.
sword arc in there. Yeah,
Is
yeah.
Lucinia an Echo?
yeah, she's a Marth Echo
That
fighter.
makes sense.
They call her an echo, but she's not even really an echo. She's a clone. With
They're
like, just
all-
a changed property.
Well,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
They're all
'cause of
slightly
story
different.
reasons, but yeah,
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Yeah,
yeah,
she's basically Marth. I think she's slightly faster and does a little bit less damage.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
spoilers
everybody
for
does
an
li-
older Fire Emblem game, but she literally introduces herself as Masked Marth originally in the game. She
Yeah,
comes
Yeah.
out-
Awakening.
I mean, everybody's gonna do less damage to Marth when he gives you the tip. So
That tip.
that tip.
Roy
I
gives
don't
you the
understand
shaft.
that joke.
I totally don't understand the joke. So
Marth does more damage, and
at least I understand who the character.
And more knockback if you hit with the very tip of the sword.
Yeah, it does. It does actually a fair amount more damage and a lot of knockback.
And Roy's does more damage and knockback if you're closer to him.
Yes, if you get to the base of sword. Yeah.
So that's how they're kind of different. And Roy has like fire properties. But anyways,
how many individual Fire Emblem characters are there?
They're
non-echoes.
Marth.
Roy is different
Ike,
now.
Robin.
Yeah,
Roy is not really Echo anymore.
Not just Robin, Corrin as well.
Yep, Corrin as well.
Yeah,
so there's 5 non-echoes.
Into a dragon.
Yeah, he has his dragon moves. He's actually really cool. But anyways, we got Dark Samus and the giant troll job at the end. King K. Rool, as played by King DDD, but then knocked out by the actual King K. Rool.
That's funny.
And the most tragic thing of all was the death of Luigi.
Yeah, the death of Luigi. Rip Luigi. He got killed by the Grim Reaper.
He's succeeded by his brother Mario and his son Waluigi.
He was not appearing in this game.
Did you notice the chairs behind with Sakurai or whatever?
Yeah, they were yellow and purple.
Yeah. Just trolling.
Uh-huh. Daddy Sakurai here's your pleas.
Daddy Sakurai
he's listening. He put Ridley in. Ridley ain't too big. We got Simon Belmont. We got King K. Rool. We got Chrom. He's listening. Maybe we'll get Waluigi. Calm down. You gotta do Waluigi as like a DLC character to get the extra money.
I mean, they can always add as many characters as they want.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, all fighters will be announced before launch too, so we'll know all the fighters going into the game. They also rebalanced some of the old stages. They adjusted some of the platforms, put them in high res. Other than the N64 stages, which Sakurai said he wanted to keep the nostalgic feel of the very first Super Smash Bros. Game.
I'm actually utterly okay with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with it too.
That was a very cool thing to do. I love what they have done though with updating some of the stages.
Yeah, some of them look really good.
Some really nice. Yeah.
The fountain from Melee that everyone plays on looks good. I can't remember the name of the stage. There's 103 stages in total, and they are all accessible from day one. And if you count the Battlefield and Final Destination versions, there are over 300 stages in the game.
I think are there more stages coming out along the way because there's more characters?
I'm sure there will be.
Yeah.
They haven't announced all the stages yet either, I don't think.
Yeah. So this is such a beautiful game.
It kept getting better as the trailer kept going.
Like it's like being taken to a restaurant and it's like, here's your entree, and then here's your other entree, and then here's your third entree.
It's like going to a Chiaroscuro. You kind of know what you're gonna get, and then they just keep bringing you amazing stuff.
It's like
I probably pronounced that wrong. I'm sorry if you speak Portuguese.
It's like, it never truly stops.
Oh, a churrascaria?
Yeah, thank you. Brazilian steakhouse. That's just what I call it.
Right.
I speak English.
Texas Day, Brazil.
You can also remove stage hazards. So this opens up, if you care about competitive, not seeing the same like 4 or 5 stages over and over again.
I'm actually glad for that.
Yeah.
That was a wonderful choice to make, because I actually don't really like seeing the Battlefield or the Final Destination version of most stages.
Or the Villager level. Or...
Yeah. I actually enjoy how like the kind of the platforms work on a lot of those things, and I enjoy that. It changes it up a bit, and I'm a fan of the mindset that like if you're really good, you'll be able to adapt to the situation.
Yeah.
So so I like that because that at least takes off some of the things that can screw you over that are sort of RNG-ish while keeping the nature of what the stage really is about there.
Mm-hmm. Get more music too, but we'll get that in a little bit. Stages can also morph now, so you can play 2 stages at once. Not really at once, but they'll transition back and forth.
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
It's sweet.
Yeah, which is cool. So you can end up based on Final Destination, and then it turns into Temple, which is one of my all-time favorite stages to play. Anytime people come over and we play Smash.
Oh, so fun.
You are that guy.
Yeah, well, it's huge, and it has a giant underground labyrinth part where it's really hard to get knocked out in. So a lot of the time people just run down there.
Gotta stay alive.
In Final Destination, you literally have nowhere to run. It's just a flat piece of board. So
It's just a flat piece of cardboard that
Yeah.
you fight on.
you're in the shit. They have a My Music feature now. You can select more tracks per
Yes!
stage. They're now tied to the game series rather than the stage itself. So
Thank
if you're playing on a Zelda level, you can hear all the Zelda music. And you can also
that's cool.
adjust the frequency of when each song plays. So if there's a certain song you don't
even
like, you can cut it off.
You can also just make your own playlist.
Yeah. You can play music in handheld mode and take your Switch with you. And it's like a little
Yes.
iPod.
Oh, it's so good.
The game has over 800 tracks, over 900 compositions, and over 28 hours of music total.
Wow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I think, what was it? They clocked in at 28 hours exactly.
It's more than 28 hours of music.
It's insane. You could listen to, they have even said that if you listen to all of them, never repeating one song, back to back, it would be 28 hours. I was like, that's insane. A day's plus worth of song.
How big is this game file going to be?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. For a Switch game, this feels like it's going to be
Get the physical copy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like some of the just the cool features and stuff. They also did a lot of stuff with rules and different ways to play the game. You like before you would go in and then you would change your rules from like stock or time battles and turning items on and off, stuff like that. You set those first before the matches. You can also have presets now. So if you like different ways to play the game, you can easily switch back and forth between them. So a quality of life improvement.
Yeah, these are all like the things that just make the game better. The details.
Yeah. This is the stuff where I was like, okay, I see what you're doing, Sakurai. The stuff we're getting to. Stamina battle they have in here where you basically have HP like a traditional fighting game. It's not necessarily about knocking your foe out of the ring. It's more about doing damage to them.
I believe, though, that they stated that they actually kind of updated that mode a bit and how it works so that it actually plays more like a traditional fighting game. Because it was in there before, but it didn't really play like... It didn't really play decently, especially if you're really good. You could really just wreck somebody with, like, effectively an infinite quasi-combo, so... But now it's supposed to be changed to kind of, like, circumvent that, so to speak. So it plays a little bit more like an actual fighting game, which is really cool.
Yep. They have stage select before you pick your fighters now, so you kind of want to pick your fighter based off what stage you're going to. They also have rule sets now where losers can get priority on the next stage. They only get to pick. I think you can do voting. I couldn't tell really because it was all symbolic. They didn't like hover over everything and explained it in the trailer. At least not from what I saw. But I did see them mention like there's a mode where if you lose, you get to pick the next stage to get like an advantage in the next match.
Yep.
So just kind of cool stuff. More options and ways to play the game. They added a role for a final smash meter.
Finally!
Finally! So super meters are in the game now, potentially.
I love it!
Will this see competitive play? They're not like all insta one-hit kills now either. They said they powered them down if you play in this mode.
Yep, they're powered down now.
And you can't activate them simultaneously, so I can't like one frame response to your final smash with my final smash to beat yours out or stuff like that.
Yeah, so pressing first is actually really good.
Yeah. One feature and mode that I'm sure that I'm going to play a lot with my friends is Squad Strike, which is 5-on-5 or 3-on-3 elimination consecutive battles.
Yes.
So you can do 3-on-3 where everybody plays one character on one, and you get on teams. You gotta knock each other out, then whoever's last standing, or you can have one guy playing multiple characters. That's just really cool. A lot of people did that anyways, and this is just added into the game now. It's just a built-in feature. Tourney mode, they revamped it again. It's up to 32 players. There's lots of different brackets you can select. That's a pretty standard mode, though. They have a mode called Smashdown, where you keep playing until everyone's selected all the fighters.
Yeah.
You'll play one match, and then those fighters cannot be selected again. So then everybody has to pick new fighters, and it keeps going down until you run out of fighters. Essentially,
Is it
kind of cool?
Is that like if one person plays that totally removes it, or only removes it for the one player who's played that character?
It totally removes it.
Probably from everyone, considering there's going to be like how many characters
That's
that
true.
would take
That's
forever.
Over
That's
70,
true.
I think. Which is insane amount of characters for a fighting game.
Yeah. So if you choose someone, does it remove all their echoes as well?
No, it does not. Echoes are counted differently.
All right. I was also curious.
At least that's what I inferred. They kind of treat them like different characters because they show a grid with all the characters, and the grid just blacking out basically. Classic mode is back, which is basically the old, the very first way you played the game, where it had. I assume they're going to put breaking the targets and land on the whatever. What's the platform mode called? I can't remember. I don't know if you remember, Minna.
Wait, the platform mode?
Yeah, remember the because in classic mode you would like fight one person, then you would fight like a team battle, then you would go to break the targets, where you had the little obstacle course where you had to hit all the targets in a certain amount of time, and then there was the one where you had to land on the platforms, and there would be like hazards and spikes everywhere.
Oh, it was race to the finish, I think is what you're talking about?
No, there was race to the finish. That was like later. In like the original game or Melee, there was a platform version too, where you had to jump on the platforms, and they'd have spikes around them. What was it called?
I don't recall this mode at all. Like it's just gone for me. It's gone. Don't remember it. Never existed.
Break the targets. I just remember that voice. Break the targets is the one everyone remembers.
Everybody remembers.
Whatever. It's just like a. So they have that. It would have like you would have to fight like a metal version of a character. You would end up always fighting Master Hand at the end, who's kind of like the last boss. He's like the boss of Smash Bros. Basically. Except you can't play him. Because in the original Smash Bros, this is where the Amiibos, let me give you some Nintendo lore here, how the Amiibos were kind of came about with. The original Smash Bros, the conceit of the game was that a kid had Nintendo action figures and was fighting with them. There was kind of like a little story thing and like an opening intro thing.
Oh, okay. So
that's why it's called Master Hand, because it's a hand. You're fighting like the hand, basically.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and they look like the N64 ones and the Melee ones, I think, were like, they look like little trophy things, and they look exactly like the Amiibos look now. So they kind of base the Amiibos on like the Melee little guys and stuff. So yeah, we got new items, new Pokemon, new assist trophies. It's pretty standard in like every Smash Bros. Game. The ones that stood out to me, Ditto's cute, is a new Pokemon. He copies a character and just starts fighting. He becomes a Ditto version of a character and play.
Nice. Does he have the Ditto face?
He does not, sadly. Amazing. That would be hilarious. Alolan Exeggutor was hilarious too, because he just sprouts in the middle of the stage. Yeah. He's like freaking huge, and you can't jump over him.
It's not a Ditto if the Ditto doesn't become Ditto face version.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
The worst. Not buying this game.
Well, you weren't going to buy it anyway.
This ruins me against all Smash Brothers ever.
Sell your Nintendo stock. Burn your Switch. Zero is an assist trophy. Alucard is another one. Knuckles, Shovel Knight. The moon from Majora's Mask is awesome. It crashes in on the stage. Rathalos is a
Rathalos showed up.
Oh, nice.
and has a stage. There's a Monster Hunter stage. Which lends on to the last point I have. They had a censored off mode when they showed the UI for the title select screen and all that stuff. And a lot of people think it is the very popular Subspace Emissary, the second part. In Brawl, they actually had a story mode for Smash Bros. That was kind of a ripoff of the Melee, had like a little adventure mode that probably took you like 20 minutes to beat. There's actual speedruns of it that are actually funny. So in Brawl, they put literally like a 10-hour story mode in the game where you could unlock the characters with it. And it had a giant story. It's actually not bad at all. And it would have cool boss fights and stuff in it. Like it had Rayquaza as a boss fight. And Ridley was in it back when Ridley was huge. Now he's a tiny guy. So a lot of people think that the Rathalos stage, because he's like, Rathalos is a boss, and it's also a assist trophy. So some people think that they could be doing Subspace Emissary too, which a lot of people have asked for a lot.
Yeah,
for a long
story
time.
mode basically.
Yeah, or is it Fortnite? I saw that meme too. Smash Fortnite. So
100 characters enter.
Yeah.
In an increasingly smaller radius.
I I love Smash, and like after the E3 thing, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be fun or whatever. Now I'm like, after this, I'm getting hopped up for it. I'm actually excited to play it with my friends and stuff when it comes out. I'm really looking forward to see what other characters they add. All the different modes and ways to play, like just how huge the game is and how much love it is, just like a love letter to Nintendo history. It's like this is the love letter game that they have, and I don't know how people could be upset with it, and people still are, obviously, too, because it's not Melee 2, but I don't know, man. I don't know how people who like Smash and like these games and like Nintendo could possibly be upset that Nintendo and Sakurai are listening to what people want and putting it in the game. So
They're giving me what I want. This isn't what I wanted.
I want Melee. I want 10
what
characters.
What will I complain about?
And I want my 30 API or APM blah 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 wave dashing. They put wave dashing back in the game.
They did put it back in.
So
Nerfed, but it's back.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what you want, but I'm pretty hot for it now. I'm gonna have fun. I don't know, man. I just want to play it.
When's it supposed to come out?
It comes out December. So right in the holiday season. Going to push them switches.
Yeah.
Along with that Pokemon that comes out a month before it. Not the real Pokemon game we want, but is it the Pokemon game we deserve?
Probably.
So yeah, that was basically
We're
the
all
direct.
pretty awful people.
The big hot moments for these are always the characters. King K. Rool was at the very end. They always do a but before I go kind of thing.
Yeah.
Literally in every Smash thing. It's just like
a lot of directs, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we get one more direct before the end of the year, and I don't know what they'll do. They'll probably just do like a bunch of games ones.
Yeah, maybe.
Because we already got a Pokemon Direct this year, a few months ago.
Give me another
like
Fire Emblem Direct.
I'd love another Fire Emblem Direct. I could see that, possibly. Where they talk
Fire
more
Emblem's
about the
made
new
them
game.
So much money. Heroes has made them so much money.
Yeah.
I think it's made them $400 million.
If they do one, I'm sure it will have hero stuff in it. So
yeah.
The last one did, because that was when they talked about
That's
Shadows
when they
over
announced
Valencia.
Heroes.
Yeah. Was that Fire Emblem Direct? So I think we get at least one more before the end of the year, maybe two. I think the Pokemon Direct was in June, wasn't it?
It was right before E3, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it was June-ish. But anyways, yeah. 2 games I'm looking forward to on the Switch for the end of the year. And then we'll eventually get the new Fire Emblem and the actual Pokemon game. So I'm excited. A lot of people were concerned that they wouldn't be able to follow up the year of a Mario and a Zelda mainstream title coming out. And Smash and Pokemon probably aren't going to fit that build completely, but it's a good follow-up year. So
yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, the Switch is doing pretty well. So
Hopefully,
what about
on that way?
Yeah, but what about that new PS4 though? This is Switch topics.
50,000 of them.
See through.
It does look cool.
It does.
I do want one, but
I think there's an older Power Ranger that's got a black and gold outfit. It kind of reminds me of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, that is it for us tonight. This has been episode 62 of Podcast of Five Rings, your source of enlightenment in the realm of video games, tabletop, anime, film, and tech. Each episode of Podcast of Five Rings releases Monday mornings on iTunes and SoundCloud, and topic by topic, day by day on YouTube, with the full video releasing on Friday. Check us out on social media and all those other links. You'll find them in the description below in the videos. I'm not going to read them off for you. You know what they are. You know where to find them. Scroll down. Keep scrolling down. You'll find them. You'll find them
Somewhere.
if you want to find them.
Somewhere.
Maybe I should start hiding them, and then we'll play a little meta game. outside of it. Find the link to the social media page.
Find the link to the social media page right there.
Anyways, all right, let's get out of here. Wow, we're almost at 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's a little bit long.
We talked about Pathfinder for a while, but there was a lot of stuff to talk about. So, I mean, when you get a 400-page,
there's a lot
basically
to say.
demo copy for a book, that's a whole new edition, a very popular game. Yeah, there's a lot to say about it. So,
yep.
Anyways, until next time, we'll see you guys later.
See you
later.
Bye.
Bye.